Hello, good morning, everybody. Hi. You are on Backchannel. This is the only place where you can listen, watch, and chat real time with real hosts 12 hours every day right here on your Amazon devices. If you've got a T-Rexa, if you've got a Echo Dot, the Echo Show, if you're on the app, you can also be on YouTube and Facebook. So all the things. It's kind of crazy. This is Live Every Day. This is the show from 8 to 10, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Eastern Time. I am your host, Liv Harrison, and I'm so excited you're here. I had this whole thing planned out, what you were going to see, but I feel like I don't think you guys can tell where I am. I might have to close the curtains. It's a little bright now. I am in Epcot. I'm in Orlando at Disney World. I will actually be spending the entire day at Epcot. Well, I'm not actually in Epcot right now. I'm in a hotel in Epcot. So I'm so excited you guys are here today. You have no idea. It's Monday. It's the last day of January. Like we're already down a month in 2022. The whole month just gone. That is just crazy. So happy everything, you guys. I've got my coffee. I already brewed it, my Marriott coffee. Did you know you're supposed to say Marriott? Does anyone know that? If you want to answer that question, I would love that. Go to backchannel.tv, okay, and let me know if you knew that's how you were supposed to pronounce it. I got schooled. And then you can also chat in other places. But yeah, isn't that strange? So today was supposed to be really, really cold, and it's going to be 70 degrees. 70. I brought a coat. Cheers, everyone. Adrian, good morning. Welcome from North Carolina. Let's actually say hi to everybody. Good morning to Deborah and Verona, Bella, Sheila, Rose, Doug, Jennifer, Cole, Tim, and Adrian. First time here. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is so fantastic to see you all. And I'm speaking a little bit quieter than I normally do because I am in a hotel room and there's lots of kids. So it's Disney. People bring their whole families. Um, I feel like I have so much to tell all of you. I want to hear how your weekends were. I want to hear what you did this weekend. I want to hear how fantastic it was. And I have a little fun thing to share with everyone that I'm so excited. Sheila, who is one of the regulars out here on the show, I got to meet in real life, real person life yesterday. Sheila lives in Florida and she was so kind to come and like visit me here in the Orlando area. So that got to happen. And I got to give her a Live Everyday sticker. So that's pretty crazy. And I sent a picture to Anna. I don't know if she got it off of her phone, but if she did, she'll have to throw up a picture of us. Good morning, Doug. It's so great to see you. You're drinking lemonade. I love it. And in Ohio, it's currently 10 degrees. That's crazy, Doug. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sheila, it was pretty amazing. It was really fantastic. You were such a great highlight of my day. And Nathan, hi, good morning, honey. It's my husband. Good morning, beautiful bride. Good morning, Nathan. Doug says this weekend I spent time with my mom. We had subs, hung out, and I got a haircut. That sounds like a pretty productive weekend, I have to say. Listen, I was on the coast of Florida. I think you guys knew this. Where was I? Oh, I was like in Orlando on Friday, but it wasn't cool. It was like Orlando Airport, and here I am at Disney. Um, but I went on a weekend retreat, especially it was like for professionals and women professionals, professionals and women. No, women professionals. There we go. And so it was really fantastic. I got to meet so many incredible women. In fact, these earrings were a gift from one of the women who was there. She is an artist and handmade them. Everybody got like a different pair of earrings, and so they were in our bags. Isn't that so cool? So those of you who can see, I have these big white earrings that are made of ceramic. Like they're huge and they're just like this abstract shape. So that was really lovely and nice. And it was just nice to like be by water, just kind of take a moment, and just kind of I've had some big things come up this weekend and I had to deal with some of that. And it was just nice to be like in a space where I could give attention to that kind of stuff. You guys, I have to ask Sheila a question. Sheila, can I have Anna put up the picture of you and I in Orlando yesterday? Because Anna does have it. So if you are cool with it, Sheila, I would love to put it up there. Can you hear the little kids, by the way? There's so many little kids. They're so cute. There was one little kid this morning here at Disney. Sheila said yes. Okay, good. There was one little kid this morning. Oh, they're so excited. Look, there it is. Oh my goodness. Look at Sheila with her Live Every Day sticker. Tell me that's not the most precious thing ever. Oh my gosh, Sheila. You are such a doll. I know that looks like legit. That looks like real, like it's like swag and like, oh my gosh, I love it, Sheila. I love it, you guys. So I heard this little kid this morning who was so excited about going to Disney, and listen to what they were saying. They were like, "But mom, we get to go on a bus today? On a bus?" And everybody was like, "It like I think it was probably the parents. They were like, "And see Mickey Mouse." And the kid was like, "But I get to go on a bus." I was like, "Isn't that just like kids? You ship them off to Disney World and they are so excited about the bus." You're like, "Seriously?" Anyway, it's so cute. April, good morning. April, here for the games. Uh, Anna says that that's the part that she would like if she ever came with me to Disney. I know. I wanted. Anna said I'd be excited for the transit. I have to say, this is a true fact. I absolutely love the parking lot tram at Disney World. Like, I love it. And one of my all-time favorite rides is the People Mover. Does anybody know the People Mover? So here's what I'd love to know. I would love to know your favorite ride at Disney World. If you haven't been in Disney World, that's okay. Maybe a favorite theme park ride, that one that you've been on, any kind of ride. But if you do have a Disney one, I would love to know your favorite. But I love the People Mover. So that one is in um, Magic Kingdom. It's in Tomorrowland, and it goes through like some of the rides. And we kind of do, this is the only thing I do that is like not okay. We get, and by we, I mean my children, we get hot pretzels, like the big pretzels, the Mickey Mouse head, everything's a Mickey Mouse, which makes everything better. The Mickey head pretzels. And we put them in our bag, and we get chocolate soy milk, which I'm sure everybody's like, how is that exciting? And we sneak them onto the People Mover. And every time I tell the story, everyone that I tell is like, yeah, we do the same thing. Like and I'm like, no, it's special for our family. We love it. Sheila says she loves the haunted house. The haunted house. Is it called the haunted house? What is that called? Uh Shoot, I feel like it has something else, but I know exactly what you're talking about, friend. I love that ride. And Sheila said a haunted mansion. Thank you, Anna. Haunted mansion. Yes, 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 yes. Haunted Mansion. Yep, you guys are brilliant. And she says she also loves Soarin' in Epcot. I have a tip for everyone for Disney. And Anna says, I love Pirates, the Yeti ride in Animal Kingdom, and Tower of Terror. So Everest. You like Everest. Okay, let's see. Mindy and Peter and Steve are here. Mindy says, "Morning, adorable. Let's get on the bus." Peter says, "Space Mountain, duh." Do you really? I had to say, I have a hard time with Space Mountain because it feels very squishy. Like I feel like the wood is right here, and soaring through that thing, you're gonna like totally smash your head. So I'm always like a little like on edge about Space Mountain. Even though I'm 5'4", I don't think I could hit it anyway. Let's see. Mindy says Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. So fun to have contests with your family with that game. With that, yeah, it is a game. It's a ride game. I don't know. Steve says the classic Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you've been to Pirates of the Caribbean in Disneyland, but that one's like a 20-minute ride. It might be like 15. It's long. It is a long ride. And here it's not. And it also has like 3 drops and like waterfalls. This one does not. So that is interesting how different they can be. And then also Mindy said Haunted Mansion. Wow, you guys really love Haunted Mansion. And it sounds like everybody kind of really loves Magic Kingdom. Okay, Nathan says that he loves Soren, and C says Everest is the best. Here's my tip for everybody, okay? Um, if you go to Soarin', which is in Epcot, which is one of my absolute favorite all-time rides. It is a classic to me. There are 3 banks of chairs to sit in, and it's supposed to be like a hang glider. So you got I think it goes A, B, C, and then there's 3 rows of A, B, C. Okay, so I tell everyone go to the middle, so B, and go to the front, like the very front of that hang glider, and ask for it. So you go up to the cute little college kid working there, and you're like, "Hi, college kid, can I get in B, like the middle, and can I sit in the front?" And here's what you do. You take off your shoes, you put them on the ground. They'll be there when you get back and they do not care. And then when Soren takes off, your feet are just gliding, they're just like swinging in the wind. And because you're in the middle front, you can't see anyone else. If you sit anywhere else on that ride, all you see is hang glider. You see other people's feet. You see like whatever. You get in that middle front spot. I'm telling you, game changer. That is my big tip for everybody. Michelle, good morning. First time on the show. Oh my goodness, and you're listening. I absolutely love it out in Alabama. Welcome, friend. Now listen, I haven't told everybody this. But if you are here to chat, which I hope you all are, and you're listening, you can go to backchannel.tv on your computer, on your phone, and you can chat right there. If you got an Echo Show, you can actually speak to your device, and all you say is the word say. So you say, T-Rex says, say, good morning, Liv, and it will type it for you. Peter says, small world is great with the right group. That makes a lot of sense. I also want to know, does anybody here actually do like the drinking around the world? You know, like how that's like a thing at Epcot, like, oh, and people have shirts like I'm drinking around the world and they get like drinks everywhere. Cause I'm way more into like the snacks and the food. Like I'm way more into eating around the world than drinking around the world. I don't try to think. I rarely get alcohol at Disney, which I remember when when they like made that into a thing and they were like, what do we do? There's kids, can you have alcohol? And all the parents were like, everywhere has alcohol with our kids. So anyway, it was one of those things, kind of interesting. Yes. Okay, Steve, this is great right before the game, because we're going to start a game like in a minute. My announcement, you guys, any of you who follow me on social media, on Instagram, if you follow on Facebook, I went live last night on Instagram. We actually had like, by the end of the show, by the end of the live, we had over 400 people tune in. I don't know if Anna knows that. So that's really exciting. But I made a huge announcement. I am headlining meaning leading a trip to Ireland. And I'm so excited. And I announced that I invited 3 of my dear friends to come with me as co-leaders. So it's my trip. So I'm making all the decisions and doing all the things. And then the 3 of them, here it is, Prayers and Pints, an Irish adventure. Katie McGrady, who has a show on SiriusXM, she will be coming. Ali Hoffman, who has gone viral twice and is a like incredible drawer, like doodler. I don't know she does like calligraphy and things like that, but like lettering. And then my girlfriend Val, who I've known since she was a teen, and she is a very famous artist at this point. So those 3 ladies are coming. It is not just for girls though. Anybody can come, and we will actually be celebrating my birthday when I'm there. I will be doing the show while I'm there, this show, and my late night show. We're going to do a taping while we're there in a pub. So we've got a lot of cool stuff planned, actually, like really out of the box. Anybody who wants to come, you're more than welcome. You can go to my website, thelivharrison.com/pilgrimage, and you can hop on the list, because we will be sending out all the details this week, and people can start signing up this week. So I actually have some messages in my like social media of people who are like, "I'm coming. I'm in. I can't wait." So I'm really excited. So you guys, you're gonna want to come. We'll have a blast. April says, "Hi, Liv. How is everyone this weekend?" Hi, April. Are you ready for a game, friend? Because I would love to play with you. I think everybody had a great weekend. Steve says, "My daughter wants to know." What you were going to do at Disney today. Well, I'm going to walk all through Epcot with a real Disney artist. She and I are going to start out with breakfast at the Grand Floridian, and then we have a day at Epcot planned. So I'm so excited. She's an incredible Disney artist. We've never met in real life. So this will be a really fun day. So you have to tell her. And Steve wants to know if I need security in Ireland. You want to, absolutely, Steve, but you got to pay. But yeah, I wish I had the money to afford you. Minnie says, sounds amazing. You guys, so sweet. She says you can interview me in Ireland. Good, come and I'll interview you. Absolutely. Peter says, I have a sometimes borderline unhealthy relationship with food. When I was talking about Epcot, that's hilarious. I just saw that. That's really cute. Okay, you guys, let's play a game, shall we? Today we're going to do, because today is Make It Work Monday, which obviously I'm in a hotel room in Orlando. I'll be in the same room tomorrow. I'm here 2 nights. I go back home finally tomorrow. Yay. And then I'm off to Washington, D.C. like in a week. So lots of travel this year, I told you guys. We are going to play this game called Based on the Emojis. Guess the movie Disney edition. Anna, how cute are you? Steve, my daughter laughed when you said I have to pay. I love you, Steve. I really do. And maybe one day when we're old and I have plenty of money, you can come. Okay, you guys, let's play the game. I'm going to tell you what the emojis are. So even if you're just listening, you can go to backchannel.tv. If you're on your Echo Show, you can talk to the device, and the magic word is say. So you could say, T-Rexa, which I can't say her name because she gets fussy. T-Rexa, say, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it would type it for you. If you're on YouTube and all the things, you know how to play there. So here are the emojis. You've got a rat, you've got a man, you've got a frying pan with an egg, and you've got a it looks like a bowl, or like why can't I think of words? Like a pot of soup. A rat, a man, a skillet with an egg frying in it, and then a pot with soup. You guys, what Disney film is this like showing? What Disney film? Anna is keeping score, and we need to get Doug out his mug, and then somebody can win a mug maybe this week, or we're doing next week. I'll have to ask Anna when it's happening. So Nathan and Kana are guessing Ratatouille. Mindy is guessing Ratatouille, and Peter is guessing Ratatouille. I would say yes, although it would be really interesting if this was anything else. You know what I mean? Like, that would be really fascinating. You guys, I also want you to start writing me. I want you to write hello@volleythat.com. I want to hear all the great things you have to say about people. On Featured Friday, I want to feature them. Anybody that's in your life, community, maybe a great story that you've read that we could share with everyone, that would be fantastic. All of that would be lovely. So please start writing me, and also any suggestions. Sheila gave me a great suggestion yesterday, and I am going to do it. I haven't told Anna yet, and that's why I don't want to announce it, because I don't want to take her off guard, but it's brilliant. So keep the ideas coming. Mindy says A Tiny Chef. I think it's Ratatouille. Is A Tiny Chef a film? Anna will have to put up the answer. Or did she put up the answer? Let me see. No, I don't see it yet. I think she's having Windows issues. Hold on, let me go see what she said. Yeah, it is Ratatouille. Oh yeah, that's what he calls Remy. Yeah, that's why I was like, is there another movie? Okay. Okay. Anna says we can definitely send a mug to the winner this week. April, that's right. Ratatouille. Good job. April, Nathan, Peter, and Mindy all got it right. Okay, guys, the next movie, and all we have are the emojis, is a man. And is that a bear, Anna? Let me see. Is that a bear? A man? And then A bear. Okay, it's a guy, but don't worry about the mustache, she says. So those of you who are looking, there's a man with a mustache, ignore the mustache, and then there's a bear. Wait, what would this be? I don't understand. Lesser known one, Ted and Chris just watched this one. Yeah, Mindy was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, yes. Okay, a man and a bear. Like Winnie the Pooh?" I like, what? What movies? I mean, Brave, but that was a girl. That was a girl in Brave. A man and a bear. Any guesses, you guys? Any guesses for a Disney movie? I am trying to think. Okay, I am stumped. Let me see if Anna's giving us any hint. Is Phil Collins. Is this, um, oh gosh, I hate myself right now. Tarzan. Is this Tarzan? Is this Tarzan? Nathan says Jungle Book. Oh, that's good. That it could be either one. It could be it could I yeah. Oh, Mindy says Brother Bear. Is Phil Collins in Brother Bear? Carwin, good morning. Welcome. Hi. Thanks for tuning in and watching. First time on the show. Brother Bear. Is that what? Dang it. Wait, Phil Collins is in that? April said open season. That was a good guess. All right. Peter got it. Mindy got it. I know. I don't understand. Anna, what did Oh, okay. And Nathan got that. Well, he did the music for that one too. He did? All right, here we go, you guys. Here we go. A cheetah, a family, a baby, a gorilla. A cheetah, a family, a baby, and a gorilla. What Disney film do those emojis kind of like show? I feel like I have an idea. I feel like I have an idea. Peter, Tarzan, do you think that one's Tarzan? Or is it Jungle Book? How do we know? Like what is the difference between Tarzan and Jungle Book actually? To be really honest, I'm just now sitting here thinking about the plot. What is the difference between either one of those? You know what I mean? I mean, Tarzan's old. Is it like Tarzan Part 2 is with wait, I mean, yeah. Jungle Book 2.0? Is that what Tarzan is? Steve, the Avengers. This is Wakanda. Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so rad. Oh my goodness. Okay, Nathan says Tarzan. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling I'm gonna go fine. You guys pick Tarzan. I'm gonna go with Jungle Book. I really am. I feel like it's dang it. Peter says Jungle Book is a panther, not a cheetah. Is that really the only difference, by the way? Like, has anyone decided to call Disney or write them a note and say, like, guys, this is the same movie. Like, what are we doing? They are so the same. Pixar joined the stream. I love it. Good morning, Pixar. Thanks for listening. Okay, here's another one, you guys. These are emojis. Here we go. There's a black flag, which, Anna, does that matter if it's black? There's an arrow, and there's a lady with a queen. Oh, sorry, Anna. Oh, sorry. She's telling me all sorts of things. Oh, it's a Scottish flag. Scottish flag, arrow, and a princess. Haroon, good morning. Good morning. This is hilarious. Scottish flag? I don't even know what the Scottish flag looks like. Anna's like, I'm so annoyed. It's not showing my flag. Scottish flag, arrow, and a princess. Any guesses as to what the Disney movie is? Mindy says Brave. Steve says Brave. I think it's got to be Brave, especially because Anna told us that it's oh, for the love of everything, a Scottish flag. Because right, they're Scottish, right? I feel like yes. I literally don't know what it looks like. I have no idea what that. I have no idea what their flag, or do I? Maybe I do. Okay, Nathan says Brave. I'm sure if I think the black flag's kind of throwing me off. Can I tell you what I first thought this was going to be? I thought this was gonna be like Pirates of the Caribbean. And then I was like, that's not a is that I mean, do we count that as a Disney? These are cartoons, I think. Brave. Way to go, everybody. A way to go. Oh, geez. Okay. This is a plant. Okay, 4 emojis. A plant, a robot head, the globe, and a rocket ship that like takes people in it. A plant, a robot, a globe like the earth, and a rocket ship. Any guesses? And I guessed this one immediately. She just sent me a hint, and I'm like, "Yep, totally, 100%." A plant, a robot, the Earth, and what is this? A rocket. Steve said, "Hawkeye." I haven't seen Hawkeye, by the way. Is it awesome? I want to know. Nathan says Wally. Mindy says Wally. Peter says Wally. I'm gonna guess Wally. I think the best thing is the whole Eva. Carl, good morning. Welcome out from Florida. First time listening to the show. Everyone who is listening, you guys, you can go to backchannel.tv and you can chat there. You guys got it. Wally, nice, nice. Y'all are like nailing these today. Everyone is doing fantastic on this game. It's kind of fun because I wouldn't think you could do like you could like have Disney movies explained in emojis, but hey, you know what? It works. Grass Puddle, good morning, and is saying definitely Wally. You were right. Okay, listen, here is another one. There's five emojis. First one is a cowboy. Second one is a little boy. Third one is a rocket ship. Fourth is a house. And fifth is a cloud. You guys, what in the world? What Disney film is this? Ready with the emojis? A cowboy, a little boy. That's weird. A rocket ship, a house, and a cloud. Any ideas on what this could be? Any ideas at all? Peter says this is the best Disney Pixar movie. What? Oh, oh, I just got it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on. Okay, Peter, you have to guess. Peter, you have to guess. Please, because I want to make sure I'm right. Anna said I came up with all these by myself. You guys, everyone say high five, Anna. Producer Anna did this all on her own. You're so brilliant. Nathan is guessing Toy Story. That is absolutely what I think it is. Grass Puddle says the same thing. Toy Story. Steve says the same thing. Toy Story. And Mindy says Toy Story. Okay, so I'm thinking it has to be, right? Because you've got in oh, it is. Okay. Oh, Peter saying Wally is the best. Peter, Wally is an underrated film. I don't think a lot of people give that movie any credit whatsoever. I totally agree with you. In fact, I was talking about that yesterday. What is the most like underrated film that's a Disney, you know what I mean? Like nobody gives it any love. Kevin, hello. Hi on your Echo show. I so glad that you're here. Welcome for the first time. That's fantastic. Um, Grass Petal says, Peter, I agree. That's fantastic. Oh, I love it, you guys. I love that Wally's getting so much love. Okay, here is another emoji. You guys tell me what Disney movie this is. There is a fox, and then there is a puppy dog. Peter says, I like this game since you can't cheat. Mindy says, gold stars for Anna. Yeah, nobody can cheat on this game, right? Oh, Nathan said Wally is mad. Don't be a downer, Nathan. Be positive. Any guesses for this one, you guys? Can I tell you something? This was my favorite Disney film when I was a little girl. My all-time favorite Disney film when I was little. And geez, I can't watch it anymore. It's like so sad. But when I was little, I would flip and watch this every day. I was like, I'm going to watch this every single day. Nathan is guessing Fox and the Hound. Oh, and I had the soundtrack. I think it's Fox and the Hound. That's what I think this is. Copper was my favorite. They're so cute. It's such a sad story. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's everything about friendship that you wish it wasn't. It's hard. It's a hard movie to watch. Okay, that's what I think it is. Any other guesses? Any other guesses for the Emojis Disney movie? Anybody else think this is Fox and the Hound or think it's something else? Anna has a picture of a fox and a dog. I think it's Fox and the Hound. Watch it be Bambi. Fox and the Hound. Yay! Anna crushing it. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, here's another one. This is okay. I know what this is. There's a fox. Guys, these are the emojis. A fox, an arrow, and money. A fox, an arrow, and money. What classic Disney film would that be? Good morning, Jen. Hi, you guys. My friend Jen is here. Jen, she works at Disney. I will be having breakfast with her tomorrow. She's in the corporate part. Jen, I am so excited to see you here, friend. Mwah. Oh my goodness, you are so amazing. Stacy, hi, good morning, friend. Oh my gosh. Okay, any guesses for a fox, arrow, and money? Yes, I agree. Nathan says Robin Hood. I agree, right? Because he right? Because he does archery and then he gets isn't that the whole thing? Is I guess he gives all the money to the poor. And he was a fox, which that was an interesting choice. I agree. I say it's Robin Hood. It sounds like it's Robin Hood. I mean, it looks like it's Robin Hood. Grass Pedal sounds like this movie gave a lot of life lessons to live. Yes, the life lessons are take up archery because nobody knows how, and to give money to the poor, but don't steal it from people. Those are my life lessons from Robin Hood. But I do think it's interesting that they chose a fox. I always thought that that was weird, like how they did it with animals. I wonder what that conversation was. Okay, it is. It's Robin Hood, you guys. Way to go. Dun, da, da, da. All right, here is another one. 5 emojis. You've got an alien, a palm tree, a surfer, a little girl, and a electric guitar. An alien, a palm tree, a surfer, a little girl, and an electric guitar. Guys, come on. Come on. Come on. And can I just say this? This is my son's favorite character at Disney. I mean, like ridiculous. And he's like 700 years old at this point. He loves it. We can't see the emojis, but I'm thinking, oh no, are the emojis not there anymore on YouTube? Oh goodness. And Robin Hood is coming in. Is YouTube behind? Is something happening with YouTube? I see everybody's Robin Hoods are coming in right now. Maybe there's like a lag, you guys. I have on my Wi-Fi. Technology is the worst. Okay, Nathan is guessing that these emojis are Lilo and Stitch, an alien, a palm tree, a surfer, a little girl, and an electric guitar. Steve is saying Lilo. I can't believe I did that. Lilo and Stitch. Kobe, good morning, friend. Hi. Hello. Roll Tide. I'm with Peter. I'm with Nathan. I'm with Steve. I absolutely think this is Lilo and Stitch. I mean, what else had an alien in like Hawaiian? Although I have to say, okay, Mindy said Lilo and Stitch. I don't know why my thing is behind. They're back. YouTube is okay. Grass Pedal said The Fifth Element. I love The Fifth Element. That's in my top 5 favorite films. I absolutely love that movie. Peter says Disney uses animals when they want to make something overly racist seem less racist. At least that's what I learned in sociology. Interesting. Ooh, like Song of the South. That's interesting, Peter. That actually makes a lot of sense. That you learned that in class? That makes a lot of sense. April guest Space Jam. It was Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. Good morning, Kobe. You guys, it's so great to see y'all. So I haven't even told you because I was chit-chatting about Disney and all the things, but what today's celebrations are. There's a lot on the calendar today, like so many. And today is Make It Work Monday. That's what we do on the show. And we talk about how we make things work and how we like little tips and secrets that get us through things, or time that like you did something you like got through because you made it work. but we also love to celebrate every day. So we're going to celebrate every day. Today is National, I can't even say it. National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. What? How in the world do you do that? Like, how in the world do you National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day? I don't even know. I don't know where to start with that one, but happy to that, everybody. It's National Backward Day. I remember when like schools would do this, when they would be like, today's backward day, and you would wear your clothes backwards, and you would like turn in like your homework, like, I don't know what's going keep like messing up my hair. You're turning your homework like in the wrong order and like all sorts of stuff. Did you guys ever do that? Anybody do those kind of things at school? Yesterday was National Croissant Day. And Anna wants me to ask everybody. So go to backchannel.tv, go to your Echo Show. I need to know your answers. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook. How do you pronounce croissant? Do you pronounce it croissant, croissant, or croissant, like CWA, croissant? Which one? Marius, good morning. Hello. So excited to hear Marius out in California. So glad you're listening. Okay, so Kobe says croissant. Okay, croissant. Croissant? Now I don't know how to say it. Grass Petal says Peter Pan didn't age well. Peter says that's true. You're not wrong. The songs that they sing in Peter Pan and even in like Annie Get Your Gun, which is a musical. Yeah, it's not okay. Okay, Mindy is saying croissant. Croissant. Anna, is there a correct way? Do we say croissant or croissant? Croissant. I don't know what I'm saying. So crazy. Well, anyway, you can all go eat some of those today. Um, Anna is saying, okay, Peter Pan has a note at the beginning of it on Disney Plus saying we almost took this off, but we did not. Are you kidding? Disney Plus has a note saying that? That's fascinating. I find that fascinating. Also, Anna says about the croissant. Croissant or croissant. She says, depends on if you're French or just want to annoy me at 4 a.m. at Starbucks. I was going to say, nobody says that. You guys, let's talk about the news. In case you missed it, we're going to make it work. Okay. Anna, oh my goodness. I've never seen this graphic. You are so cool. Oh, in case you missed it, I'm gonna cry. Look at all the new things. Okay, everybody agrees. Oh my gosh, look at this. Boston ties snow record as massive storm gives way to bitter cold across the East Coast. I want to ask all my East Coast listeners, those of you who are on the East Coast, are you okay? How are you doing? Did you lose power? All the things. Okay, I'm going to read this to you guys, and I want to hear from you. Go to backchannel.tv, talk to your devices. Parts of the Northeast were buried in up to 30 inches of snow Sunday as a historic nor'easter released its grip on the region while bitter cold temperatures and strong winds swept across the entire East Coast. Boston tied its record for biggest single-day snowfall on Saturday with 23.6 inches. The National Weather Service said just 20 miles to the south of Stoughton, Massachusetts, recorded the most snow of the storm. You guys, I put snow and storm together and I made up snore. I made that up. There were 30.6 inches. That I can't even think about it. Like, that is insane. Some sections of New York City were blanketed by more than a foot of snow, which fell from Maine to the Carolinas. The cold reached even farther. The temperatures in Tallahassee, Florida, dipped below 20 degrees for the first time in more than 10 years. The low temperature Sunday at the Florida Keys Marathon International Airport reached 46, breaking the record for the date set more than 65 years ago. Oh my gosh, like that's like so crazy. So many things were like broken. like as in like old records. That is fascinating. Um, at its peak, the storm pounded some parts of the state with up to 4 inches of snow an hour. More than 100,000 Massachusetts homes and businesses lost power, but more than half of those had power restored by Sunday afternoon. Dawn Brantley, director of the State Emergency Management Agency, said she hoped most of the power knocked out by the historic nor'easter would be restored by Monday. In New York, the National Weather Service tweeted a warning for those digging out after the storm. Quote, the day after our big nor'easter will be mostly sunny, but 10 to 15 degrees below normal. Wind chills will make it feel like the teens for the most part. So bundle up when shoveling. Oh my gosh, that is so much snow. 30 inches. So, lots of thoughts and prayers and warmness going out to everyone out there, you guys. Keep them in your thoughts. And I'm so glad that everybody pretty much has, like, um, all the things like the electricity and the water going and all of that. Now, last year, Texas, where I'm from, although I'm not there right now, we had a horrible snow ice storm and hundreds of people died. It was awful. So, it's just awful. You guys. Oh, Peter's saying Dumbo is not an okay film, by the way, going back to Disney movies. And Grasswell says Peter Richards, so true. Oh my gosh, y'all are not wrong. Y'all are calling out Disney today. I gotta go write them, like, I gotta go tell them this stuff. Peter says it seems like we're going to have a crazy ice storm on Wednesday, Thursday. Um, oh, Stacy had to be transferred from one house to the other, being in Texas last time whenever it was the big snowstorm. So I hope you're all doing well and that you're safe and sound. Some other really crazy news that I don't know if you guys saw this or heard about this. Okay, in case you missed it, in case you missed this news, scientists regrow frog legs. Okay, now here's my question. Are we talking about frog legs like that you eat? Like, because in Louisiana, where I'm from, that's a delicacy. Okay, so I just want to know. Scientists were able to regrow frog legs. Will it pave the way for human regeneration? This is from USA Today, which is fascinating. That's crazy. Oh, Mindy's saying that she's gonna get slammed in North Texas on Wednesday. And Peter's telling Anna to come stay at his house in case everybody loses power. Is there really going to be a really bad storm on Wednesday, everybody? What the heck? Okay, let's read about this. A team of scientists at Tufts University and Harvard University have brought us a step closer to the goal of regenerative medicine by using a drug cocktail to regrow a frog's amputated legs. Only a few animals in the world are able to regrow limbs. Okay, I only know one. I know that starfish can, but this says salamanders, lizards, and crabs. I did not know that. They do it through blastema cells. Is that how you say that? Blastema cells, when a mass formation of stem cells occurs at the end of stump almost immediately after the limb is lost. So the regrowth process can begin. However, frogs are like humans and mammals in that they cannot regenerate complex limbs like arms or legs. Oh, Stacy's okay. Yeah. Blast cells. Yeah. I don't know. Instead of our bodies, along with frogs, they use scar tissue to protect wounds from blood loss and infection. You guys, that's crazy. Okay, hold on. In a peer-reviewed study published in the journal Science Advances on Wednesday, scientists from 2 universities wanted to see whether the process could be done on African clawed frogs with amputated legs. So sad. To do so, tough scientists created a 5-drug cocktail silicone cap. In the cap were drugs meant to reduce inflammation, a protein substance to help with scarring, as well as drugs meant to help the growth of blood vessels, muscles, and nerve fibers. The team put the cap on the frogs for 24 hours straight. This is a quote, using the biodome cap in the first 24 hours helps mimic an amniotic-like environment, which along with the right drugs allows the rebuilding process to proceed without the interference of scar tissue. David Kaplan, professor of engineering at Tufts and co-author of the study, said in a news release. I want to welcome Raza for being here for the first time on the show. I'll go back to the article, but I just saw that you popped up on the screen. Hi, listening out in Connecticut. I absolutely love it. Okay, the cap was removed after 24 hours, and then the team spent the next 18 months observing any changes. At the end of the period, many of the tested frogs had not only regrown the legs, but they had become nearly fully functional. The legs had new bone-like structure, internal tissues, and new toes without bones. This sounds like Harry Potter. They responded to touch, and the frogs were able to use them to swim through water and go back to a normal way of life. Nirosha Murungan, researcher at the Allen Discovery Center at Tufts and lead author of the study, said it was exciting to see the drugs help create an almost complete limb. This is so nuts. The fact that it required only a brief exposure to drugs to set in the motion of a months-long regeneration process suggests that frogs and perhaps other animals may have dormant regenerative, oh my gosh. I'm having the hardest time with my voice today. Capabilities that can be triggered into action. Oh, you guys. I am so sorry. I don't think I've ever coughed on the show before. Well, there you go. In case you missed it, that is what's happening in the world of science, and that is what's happening in the world of weather. So many things. Those of you who are going to be having a bigger storm later on this week, maybe start making like good decisions now. I don't know what that means, what you need to do, but good luck with that. Okay, let's see. Um, Steve says frog legs are frog legs. Doesn't matter if you eat them or not. Let me ask everybody this. Have any of you had frog legs? Like, have you eaten them? Mindy said Peru, so I'm thinking in Peru. Oh, I see. Grass Petal says, I'm sweating away in Lima, Peru, but the wife shared photos of all the snow in Pittsburgh. Grass Petal, what? I don't understand. I want to know who this is. I'm sure I don't know you, but you're in Peru? Like, that's amazing. That's phenomenal. Wow. Okay, now I understand why Mindy wrote Peru. So have any of you had frog legs? Growing up in Louisiana, I used to eat them all the time. I did, and they tasted just like chicken. I'm not kidding. And not just like, oh, but they really, really did. Penny, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for listening, friend. Mindy says, I have eaten frog legs. I don't think anybody really likes them, though. I don't know. I've never heard anybody say something like, oh, I really, really love frog legs. So, for whatever reason, my throat has decided to get Disney in it. Which I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go. I'm so excited to go to the parks today. I am at Epcot, by the way, in case anybody's wondering why I'm talking about that. You guys, I do not have my dream board. Usually on Mondays, we take a moment and we talk about dream boarding and we do a little bit of work like on our dream boarding and what that looks like and just kind of like visualizing what it is that we want. I'm a really big believer of dreams, but I'm a really big believer in realistic dreams. Like, I think I can't sit here and say that you can do anything you want to do. I don't actually really believe that. I believe you can do a lot of things. And I think that giving false hope is interesting. I saw a documentary once on reality TV, specifically like talent shows, and what a disservice it was to the kids or the young adults that had been told their entire life, you are incredible. You are the best singer ever. You could be Beyonce. You are, like the next Barbara Streisand, like whatever. On and on and on and on. And then they would get to these competitions, they would get to these, like these opportunities to sing and where there were judges and they would just destroy them. They would just be like, I don't know who told you that, but you're awful, and all this kind of stuff. And then like you would hear these people when they were like interviewed during this entire process, they would say things like, but I can do anything I put my mind to. I can do anything that I dream. Every dream I want is mine. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that that is false hope to tell somebody, yes, you can have any dream you want, as big as it is. If you can dream it, you can achieve it, like all that kind of stuff? Or do you think, yeah, I mean, I don't think we're doing like we need some realistic dreams. Like a dream big, but then you better have a way to get to that dream or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I just think that it's just a disservice. So I was actually talking to a group of women this weekend, not as a professional speaker. I was just actually like just there with a group of women. And I particularly like connected with this one woman, and she desperately wanted to um do something more with her life. And as I was asking her questions, I was like, why do you want to do more with your life? Like, what is it that you want to do? And she had no idea. She couldn't get there. And I said, what are the reasons? And she was like, well, I just, everybody says that I'm a woman. I can do anything I want to do. I'm a woman. I can have it all. I'm a woman. I should be doing more than, just taking care of babies inside my house, all this kind of stuff. And I said, listen, that all might be true. But what do you want? Do you want something bigger than what's outside your house? Or are you okay? And just because you can do something more doesn't mean that it has to be big. I think we kind of get confused with some words. For instance, the word extraordinary. I tell people all the time, give yourself permission to be extraordinary. Be extraordinary. Don't settle. Don't be basic. Don't whatever. And people assume that extraordinary means big. But I don't think that's what that means. And I think it's hard because I know I live my life really big and all this kind of stuff, but I have a very different like situation. I only have 2 kids and they're like so, like like so old. They're so old. Okay. It's a different life. Most of my friends are in survival. They've got little tiny ones and they've got a billion of them. My point being, you can have a big dream, right? But your big dream can look really different than my big dream. And that's okay. It's not about comparison. I just don't like people thinking that they're not enough. That's what bothers me. And that's not what dreaming is about. Dreaming and doing a dream board and putting some goals on there, which can be intellectual goals, they can be emotional goals, they can be, like relationship goals, they could be financial goals, physical goals, anything at all, spiritual. It doesn't just have to be like, I'm going to be, the next Britney Spears with a tour bus. I think that's what we get confused about whenever we talk about dream boarding or we talk about going further or doing something with our lives that's extraordinary. And again, what's extraordinary to one person is not to someone else. So that's my push to everybody for not having our dream boards today. Um, when I finally was, finishing with this woman, like talking to her, I said, "Do you understand that you are absolutely enough with everything that you do? And if you want something more, that's fine. But don't feel like you're inadequate if you don't." That's also something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we should make up stuff either. I don't think that's something that we have to do. Nathan says dreams are important, but most require significant work and overcoming obstacles to make dreams a reality. I'll tell you what, dreams take a long time. And something that I'm really interested in talking about one day in tremendous detail or on a bigger platform is how crazy it is when you actually get a dream. It's one thing to dream, but when you actually receive a dream, when you've actually, what Nathan's saying, like you've worked so hard and you've overcome so much and you actually get to a dream, what is that like? And then where do you go from there? You know what I mean? Like, what is the next step? And I think that's really important. And dream work and vision boarding, you always should have a next step. And again, that does not mean huge, but it should be a plan because you never want to be hanging on the last thing you did, the last thing you said. That is not where you want to be. That is not a space where you can grow organically and work towards doing the ultimate stuff that you want to do. So make sure that you never have like a cap, like a this is it, like a ceiling. Don't seal your dreams. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So I know we don't have our dream boards today, but continue finding the words that you see in magazines or in mailers that come to your house, pictures that inspire anything. This is for you. This is not for anyone else. This is all you. So make sure that you are doing those things, collecting it, and you can also draw and write. You can do whatever you want. It's whatever you want it to look like. You guys, we are coming up to the top of the hour. This is crazy. It's 8:55 here, Monday, January 31st on the East Coast. I am coming live from Epcot. I'm in a hotel that's close to Epcot, so I can see it right outside my window. You can see the ball, the little Epcot ball, and it really does look little. I gotta say, it looks really tiny. Kinda like it's a little anticlimactic, and I come to Disney a lot, but it does look really small. Anyway, so, I am here. You are watching, listening, and chatting to with Backchannel, and this show is called Live Every Day. Now, I wanna remind you that this is not the only show on this incredible network, Backchannel. It's brand new. This technology is new, where you can chat with the host in live time. You have Haley and Allison, who are, oh my gosh, I love these women so much. They are just so fantastic. They're coming live from England, 6 to 8 Eastern every single morning. This show, 8 to 10, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and only 8 to 9 on Tuesday, Thursday, because on Tuesday, Thursdays, you get Kate and Will, who are spectacular. They go from 9 to 10 Eastern. Then we also have 10 to 12, the newest show, Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I've heard nothing but wonderful things. The Anthony Davis show is from 12 to 2 every day. Your Pal Hal is from 2 to 4. And The Drive with Mario Smith to bring you home from 4 to 6 every day Eastern. So there you go. That is your lineup. You have 12 hours worth of live programming on your devices, everybody. Kobe is saying, when are you coming? Kobe, where are you? Oh, to Alabama? I flew this time through Florida. I mean, to Florida. So I will not be coming to Alabama. But usually I drive for Disney because I like having my car. You know what I mean? I like having the freedom and the things to do what I want and to get in and out of the parks. I just prefer my car. The other thing I want to say before we go into the top of the hour, which we're about to be 9 o'clock Eastern, here on the East Coast, is if you could go to backchannel.tv and leave a review, you can click the button that says that right there, and it'll be up on Amazon. Like, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that would be fantastic and greatly appreciated. All right, you guys, we're getting through it. We are making it work. It is Make It Work Monday. Of course, I have like this tickle in my throat and I'm making it work. I also have no liquid. I'm looking around and I'm like, I did not think this through. I need so much more water than what is here. I love this new segment. I'm kind of a little excited about it. It's a brand new segment that we just kind of started talking about, like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks, and it's called Mindful Moment. Mindful Moment. There is this whole concept that if you let go of negative thoughts, that then you will be in a better space. We've heard that our whole lives. Everybody here has heard that. Like, just think positive, be positive. Everything's going to be fantastic. So here's what's interesting. Apparently, there's an actual art, like that word is used intentionally in this article of how to let things go. So think about Elsa and Anna and Frozen and Let It Go. Learn to unstick yourself and release the notions that just won't leave you alone. Teaser, it's more about acceptance than forgiveness. Most ski lifts transport people only up a mountain. This was a fact my friend relayed to me when I was already on a lift, having strapped on skis for the first time 20 minutes prior. Once I realized the only way back down was to ski, panic set in. I was headed to the resort's mountaintop restaurant with 3 friends, all competent skiers who'd grown up venturing to snowy destinations for chili. For chili? They knew I planned on signing up for a lesson at the mountain's base after we ate. Oh, I see. That makes sense. But they were unfazed about my not having a means to actually get there. The meal I learned took priority. At the restaurant, I pulled the cashier aside for help. She directed me to the entrance for the easiest slope that would get me back down. I thought about the approximate number of trees I'd run into and the statistics on the first time skiing accidents. When I found my friends, they were at a table chatting with now nearly empty bowls. Surely, I thought, they understand my predicament. Again, nothing. To my rescue came a ski patroller eating her lunch. She agreed to assist me, and my friends took off for the trails. The first patroller handed me off to another who had lift stopped so we could go down. He asked why my friends hadn't warned me about the one-way lift, and I wondered about that too. I've had more than a few disappointments stick with me, but none like this. When we got to the mountain's base, the patroller offered to help me sign up for lessons. Turns out the last slot was booked 10 minutes before. Oh, goodbye, Steve. Have a good rest. Thank you. I will enjoy Epcot. I'll have a beer for you, friend. To this day, I've never actually skied. Apologies since have been exchanged and 2 years have passed, but I still regularly catch myself thinking about that afternoon, trying to make sense of why the people I trusted to look out for me felt so comfortable dismissing my fears. That day comes to my mind whenever when these pals try to make plans with me. I'm wary about accepting and having declined every trip since. Fixating on past negative experiences is common. It's our quote mind's way of trying to make sense of a situation, solve the problem, manage uncertainty, or prevent similar things from happening in the future. Says Kelly Workman. She's an assistant professor in medical psychology and clinical psychologist at Columbia University. There's a saying in psychology about unwanted thoughts. What you resist persists. When we try to avoid our inner experiences, we're essentially guaranteeing they will stick around, Workman says. Fighting what exists in our reality is non acceptance. I'm going to say that again. Fighting what exists in our reality is non acceptance. Interesting. So it goes I'm going to read like just a little bit of this. Logic said that thinking was unhelpful. The author says I hadn't done anything, in the first place, but I couldn't stop thinking. Truth is, radical acceptance is much easier said than done. As the mind is a magnet for the bad stuff. With a bit of patience, though, letting go of painful experiences is possible. Wow, you guys. That is just crazy. Okay, so you got to get in, you got to like do this with your body. This is all real stuff. I tell you what, as someone who talks about these type of experiences and going through a lot of changes and transformations, this is not wrong and you absolutely can overcome it. Negative thought is very difficult and it is on a cell level. Like it is inside your body. Like your body holds on to everything, trauma, memory, all that kind of stuff. Like it's pretty powerful work and it is very painful work, but it is necessary and possible. So, thank you, Anna. That was great. So hopefully that gets everybody like in the zone. And I wanted to ask, in light of this article ish or whatever concept, okay, this mindful moment, have you ever been able to like do this? Have you ever been able to overcome a negative thought to where to where you could actually do like something that was holding you back? Have you ever been able to push through, use a technique, do something that has moved your space when in your brain you just were shut down? You were so negative, you couldn't handle it. Were you able to personally do this? Yes or no? Mindy says, what you focus on grows. That's interesting because wow, Mindy, I could see that both ways. I could see Oh, it's really interesting. I could see that positively in my life, like where I focus on things that are positive and how that has grown. And then negative things, like that there's negative things that I'm at and like how that grows. Oh my gosh, you are so right, friend. Doug is sharing that there was a time when he was trying to find people to talk to because he's an only child. I would always think people were not going to call back, but now I don't care if they do. I also look at Backchannel as a way to interact with people due to the fact that I am an only child. So I get to talk to people. That is so great, Doug. You know what it is? It's true. We will make up narratives all the time. I make up narratives constantly about what people think about me. Ideally, I would love to have sit downs with every human in my life and be like, "Could you just tell me what you're thinking about me?" Like, or can I tell you what I think you're thinking about me and you tell me if I'm really close or really far? I just actually experienced this yesterday because I was with, a group of people and I was constantly going through my head, this is what these people think. And there was even a couple of really weak moments that I gave in to those thoughts, and I even proclaimed them out loud, and I said them, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you think this about me?" And all they kept saying were, "You're being ridiculous." Like, literally saying that word, "You are being ridiculous. You're ridiculous." Um, it just stinks, negative thought stinks, and it absolutely here's what's interesting about negative thought when you have it in the present, okay? Whether you're thinking about a negative thought from the past or you're creating a negative thought that's gonna happen in the future. Um, so it robs your time. That's what it does. It steals your time. I know people like to say, like, it steals your joy, it does all this other stuff. I think it takes your time. As someone who has spent a lot of time in negative thought, that's what I lose. I lose precious time that I cannot get back because I've been so focused on, something very whatever, like centered on, negativity. um, but yeah, they will. Yeah, Stacy's saying, yeah, negative thoughts will steal your joy because I think your joy is being in the moment and being really happy. You know what I mean? Like being present. But also, like Stacey says, some people have negative fears, and that's true too. Oh, that's so hard. Fear is so difficult. Fear is so difficult because anyone who suffers with anxiety, okay, or anyone who suffers with fears, the the issue that I feel like that comes up time and time and time again is that there's a cognitive dissonance. Two things exist at the same time that are both true. One is something that you have created in your brain, so it's true to your brain. And then there's this fear, there's this anxiety of, for the love of everything, I'm talking about anxiety. Then there's this reality of what is really happening. So, for instance, this will be better. I speak better in analogies. I was constantly terrified of tornadoes, constantly. Like it could be raining outside, no thunder, no lightning, no severe weather. And I'd be like, we're going to die. We're going to be in a tornado. This could be the worst thing ever. I could look outside and see that's not true. And yet also, I still held the fear that it was. Does that make sense? Like where both can exist at the same time, the cognitive dissonance. Beverly, good morning. Hi, out in North Carolina. Welcome, friend. First time on the show. I love it. Stacy says, I have to deal with fear every day because I can't see. That's so, like, wow, Stacy. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Stacy. Yes, wow, she has shared with us before that she can't see. And so I never thought about that there would be fear around that. Let me ask you, Stacey, let me go a step further. Do you have fear on a safety level? Like, is that the fear that you're experiencing? Or is it is it physical or is it emotional? I don't know. Doug says you should never live in fear just because you can't see. Listen, and here's the other thing. Two people can have the exact same things, the exact same, challenges, crosses, struggles. And one person, it could really affect one way. And then somebody else, it doesn't affect them at all. Doug says, the one thing that I figured out since I cannot see is always trust the people to be my eyes and never fear safety. Stacy says it can be a safety level when there's a doctor's office and a doctor has a white coat and you don't. Interesting. All right. Never thought about it. Chad in Utah. Hi. First time on the show. Thank you for listening. So, you guys, we are already like deep into the hour. Not really. It's like a few minutes in. I think it's time to play a game. What do you guys think? Okay, so let's play one of our favorites. Let's play Mad Libs. These are hilarious. They're a great way to start the whole like morning. It's a great way to start like your brain going and just kind of the silliness of it and kind of give your brain like this, Monday can be tough. Monday can be tough. So, Anna coming in with the graphics today. Friend, this looks incredible. All right, here's how we're doing this. Anna needs all of these to put together this Mad Lib. So there are no rules. You can just write or type, and I'm going to tell you what they are. If you have an Echo Show, you can talk to your device. You can say, like, you could say Echo and then like say the things. Echo, say, Grass Puddle, you're hilarious. Grass Puddle just said, holy cow, Liv has energy for days. I love it. Grass Puddle, do I know you? Are you someone that I know? You are someone I know, aren't you? Because I think I remember this name. Tell me if I do, if I know you, or go to my DMs and write me like personally and let me know who you are because it's driving me crazy. Chad, hi, Chad. So here are the words. Are you ready, guys? These are what we need for the Mad Lib. You can type them at backchannel.tv. If you are listening on a device, if you're on your actual like Echo Show, you can say the word say to your device. It'll type it for you. You can go to YouTube and you can go to Facebook. Okay, here we go. We need an adjective. We need a noun, a verb, a part of the body, a plural noun, a place, and a number. I'm going to repeat that. So if any of those stick out, like if you just want to like just write something, great. An adjective, a noun, a verb, a part of the body, a plural noun, a place, and a number. Any ideas on those? Any ideas on those? Adjective, noun, verb, part of the body, plural noun, a place, number. All we need are some of those things. I have not played this, so I can start saying things. Grass Puddle says, nope, I watch Hal tons, and this is my first time watching you. Oh my gosh, hi. You just made my day. Oh my goodness, hello and welcome. And your pal Hal is lovely. Are you kidding? He's so, well, everybody here is great. So welcome, friend. I am so glad that you are part of the community now. Now you're in. That's it. You just got to show up and you're in. All right. Mindy says knee pit for the part of the body. Mindy says geese for a plural noun. Legs from Stacy. School for a noun for Doug. And apple for Doug. I'm guessing for like a noun. I think the place should be Disney World. We still need, what do we need? A verb. We need an adjective. We need an adjective. We need a verb. We need a number. Oh, Stacy says doctor's office. Let's do that. Doctor's office. What an adjective or verb. Dun, 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 dun. Anybody remember what these are? Verb is like what? Jumping, running, skipping, right? And let's see, what's a good one? Racing. What about racing? And what's an adjective? Oh, nobody. Oh, Doug is doing the number 3. Dive. Mindy says dive. That's good. Do we have everything, Anna? Are we still missing adjective? Anna's got to tell us. I love this. This is so cute. I love it. And I love the colors. The colors are so beautiful. Way to go, Anna. All right. Well, maybe we have it all. Wait, let me see. Let me go check on her chat and see. You guys. Oh, Mindy says Swift. Oh, Okay. So that's a good one. Okay. Stacy says skipping. Okay. Here's what I want to know from everybody this morning. Are you ready? Okay. February is coming up. I need to know your feelings on Valentine's Day. People are very charged either way, that they're very pro Valentine's Day or they're very not Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Like they just think like it's just a holiday that is just made up, or it's something that is really great and you don't even have to have a romantic partner. It's just a way to like say that you care and that you love someone. Do you have an opinion on this? Because I was in a conversation yesterday with a group of people and they were saying that they thought it was just made up. And I was saying it was one of my favorite holidays. And that's why I'm so excited tomorrow's February. I really am. I love Valentine's Day. So I was curious to see if anybody else had any thoughts on it. But I do not think it's made up. And like I said, I don't just do it romantically. Um, like I don't think it is. Oh, Anna says we need adjectives describing words. Okay. Let's see. Like Anna, what would be what would be a describing like like what? Running a bunch more nouns. Oh, person, place, and things. Oh, okay. So we didn't know how many we needed. Okay, what about lamp? What about palm tree? What about um bedspread? I don't know. Quarter? I'm trying to think of things. What about purple? What about tall? What about dee. Stacy says bed. Uh, what else? Bright. Um, close. I don't, is that an adjective? Um, striped, curvy. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. Um, I don't know. How are we doing? How are we doing, Anna? Okay. Mindy says my patient population probably skews my opinion on Valentine's. Distressed couples hate it. That makes sense. Stacy also says closely. Mindy says, I'm okay with it. I like doing something for my kids on Valentine's Day. I think that's what it is. I like doing something as well. Doug says it's about the love I feel. Like the person that I love is my mom. So it's my mom. Valentine's Day, Stacy says, Valentine's Day is a holiday where you can show your love for someone. Doug says you don't have to have a romantic partner till you really love to be a family or to be family or anything. I agree. I kind of like the whole like here's what's interesting that we have that Valentine's Day is so wrapped up to romance, like in romantic whatever. When kids exchange Valentines, um, like to each other in classrooms, and it needs one more noun: coffee, shirt, plug. I'm looking around the room. I mean, pillow. I'm desperate. Mickey Mouse. Um, so yeah, it's like I think it's interesting that we've kind of a lot of parents give their kids gifts and we do it in schools. Like seriously, I don't know why we hate it. I mean, I get it, Mindy. Like if you're in distress, sure. But honestly, if you're in distress, aren't you going to hate most things? But especially when it's like a holiday, like wouldn't any holiday be not so fantastic? Especially Valentine's, I'm sure. That absolutely makes sense. Stacy says my father would exchange Valentine gifts for me. That's really cute. My dad used to give me a Valentine's Day card all the time. Okay, guys, let's hear the Mad Lib that we came up with. Ready? All right, here we go. Internet inspiration. Whether chipping away at a bright statue or stitching a patchwork apple, crafting is always a labor of school. But sometimes the most blue part of producing art is deciding what to dive next. What to dive next? Luckily, the internet can help lend can lend a helping knee bit. There are plenty of mood boards and photo geese online to consult for inspiration. It doesn't mean if you are redesigning the Disney painting, a palm tree, or hosting a dinner party for three, the internet will have plenty of tall advice. And if you're feeling purple, you can create your own bedboard and inspire dozens of followers with your striped designs. With an infinite number of new projects to skip, the only challenge will be finding Mickey Mouse to complete them all. Oh, Lisa says, "Good morning, Mad Libbers. Good morning, Lisa." You know, it'd be so cool, actually, and I should have thought of this, like with Sheila being here. I'll be in DC soon, and Lisa lives in DC. Wouldn't it be fun if, like, I could actually have a guest with me? Like, why isn't Sheila? Well, Sheila does have work, and Lisa has work, so maybe this wouldn't work. But it'd be so fun if, like, somebody was with me, you know what I mean? And they could, like, be my, like, "Hello, you're my guest," kind of a thing. Um, that's so like, it's so fun to do, and thank you, Anna, for doing all the Disney things. I think that's really fantastic. There's so much news, though, you guys. I don't know if you'll know this, but there's been a lot of talk. We kinda touched on it at the end of last week, but there's a lot of stuff happening in sports. Are you guys paying attention to this? Like a ton, okay? For instance, Big Ben and Tom Brady, Tom Brady are both retiring. Big Ben and Tom Brady are both retiring. Guys, that's huge. Ben has been with the Steelers for 18 seasons. Like, the whole time? Has Big Ben been with just the Steelers exclusively? Like, is that true? I don't think I realized that. Like, that's just, like, that's just crazy. Um, and the Bengals are in the Super Bowl. That is huge news this morning or whenever it happened. It's huge news here. On Tom Brady, they're saying he's going to retire. He has been playing for 22 seasons, okay? Let's see. Sorry. Anna says people are saying Brady is going to sign with the Pats for one day so he can retire with that team. Okay, but that doesn't count, right? That doesn't count. Do you guys think that counts? I think that doesn't count. But anyway, she says it's going to happen most likely. The Bengals won the AFC Championship last night against the Chiefs. Whoa, that must have been amazing. I have friends who are diehard Kansas City Chief fans. Like, they are major, major, major. I'm sorry, guys. That's really stinky. Anna has a cousin who is famous, and by that we mean internet famous, which is there any other kind at this point? None that we care about, you guys. And her cousin has a tattoo of the Bengals coach on his thigh, like something like that. Like a human, like a person who does something with the team is on his leg. Like, that is incredible. And so she's saying this morning that her cousin is absolutely losing his mind. Actually, the second I read the statement, I was thinking Anna's cousin is like going, "Oh, that's his okay. Oh, how funny." It says this man has a tattoo and it's on his thigh. The first letter of each word is like big and like bubble. It's a bubble letter, and because it has like a design inside the letter. And the design is a tiger because it's the Bengal tigers. So you have the capital letter F with the Bengals, like you could tell that it's a Bengal F. I don't know. Fire Marvin Lewis. So the F, the M, and the L are colored in. That's probably a good way to say it. FML. Does that mean something? FML? Lisa wrote FML. They're colored in with like as Bengal, stripy, tigery. But he has that tattooed on his leg. Here's what's funny. When Anna told me this, I just assumed it was like the guy's face. This is actually better, Anna, than what I thought. I really think I mean, like, I really had this thing in my head that he just had, you know, oh, Lisa. I see. FML means not a good word with the letter F, my life. I did not know that. Lisa. Yeah, Mindy goes, "Oh, wow, that's a commitment." It's something. He definitely has something and it's working. So, Stacy says, "My mom has a lot of tattoos." Let me ask you guys this if you're comfortable talking about it. Do any of you have tattoos? If you do, what do you have? And if you don't, would you ever get a tattoo and what would it be? I was actually asked that question last night. And for a long time, I thought I would get a tattoo. There were like years that I thought I was going to get one and I wanted it to be a magnolia because I'm from Louisiana. Um, but I kind of moved on from the whole thought, and I'm really glad I gave the time because I really wanted to like make sure because it's so permanent. Doug says, I do not have a tattoo. My throat is just not working today. You guys, make it work Monday is going on in my throat. He said, Doug says, I would get a cowboy hat with cowboy boots to like honor my grandpa. That is really cool. Like that's just really sweet. I love that. Um, I met a woman this weekend and I want Mindy to answer this question since we're talking about tattoos and we're going to talk about like what is too far. I met this woman this weekend. She has a full sleeve tat on her left arm. Her left arm is full sleeve. It's really cool. Lots of cool things, lots of like, stuff that means stuff and whatever. Um, Mindy says, I do not have any tattoos, but her daughters are covered in them, and I think they're gorgeous and truly amazing. Mindy, you have to send me pictures. You know what I mean? Like, not here. Like, you'll have to send me photos. I want to see that. So, okay, so let me ask you about this. So she shows us this one tattoo, this woman who was just lovely on her right arm. And it was like her right forearm. And it was like clouds. And all of her tattoos are like colored tattoos. You know what I mean? It's not just outline kind of tattoos. And so it's a pig with a cape in the clouds. Like so and his little hooves are out, so he looks like he's flying, like he's a super pig, right? Super pig flying in the sky in the clouds. Now here's where it gets interesting. And here's why Mindy specifically has to answer this. However, it will be open to anyone that wants to answer it. This tattoo is in honor of her therapist because her therapist, his last name is Bacon. Okay. So pigs flying. So yeah, it's very cute. And can I just say it is the cutest like little pig, like piggy in the world. It is so stinking cute. But what she said was she did not ask her therapist if he would be okay with the tattoo like of this on her arm to honor him. She didn't ask permission before. She showed it to him when she like, whenever it was healed. She like in therapy was like, I got to show you this. I got this with, you saved me. You're my superhero. This honors you, that kind of a thing. And I was like, Mindy's crying. Mindy says he is always with her. That's so sweet. Mindy's a therapist. So that's why I was curious to know, like, what do you think about that? So those of you who are not therapists, what if someone you know, but not someone that know? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's a patient of his. I was trying to think of what it would like equate to for the rest of us who don't have patients. But if someone got a tattoo of your name or something about you or like, your image, would that bother you? Uh, I'm kind of feeling a little weird about it. I don't know if I don't know. I don't think I could handle it being permanently there. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's see. Oh, Anna says, I see. So Anna, absolutely says that Lisa was right on what the FML meant. Way to go, Lisa. And what do you mean? Yes, it would. Yes, it would like um mean a lot to you that if somebody like you would like it if someone tattooed something. Stacy's sharing that her brother has a tattoo with her name on it. What? That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Oh, it would bother you. Okay. Lisa's saying it would bother her if somebody got something tattooed about her without permit. I mean, I think you should definitely, I don't know. That's a hard one because I could see the argument either way of like, it's their body, and I get that. But then that's a pretty personal thing that involves you. I don't know. I feel like the decent thing is to ask. Um, Anna's saying her cousin is probably going to get another Bengals tattoo. My poor throat is trying so hard to get rid of this tickle. It is like working so hard and I have no more liquid. You guys, I've resorted to yawning because it's just trying to open it up. Not yawning because I'm like tired, yawning because it's like right here. Here's what's really interesting. Anna said her husband is really into serial killer TV shows right now. And he told Anna that she's safe from cannibals because they think tattoo taints the meat. Like tattoos taint the meat. So if you have a tattoo, the cannibals will not, you're not on their radar. They're going to move on. They're fine. They're going to find something else. Um, okay, Anna's saying that's a really weird tattoo in the honor of the therapist. She says, I think it seems too far. Well, his name is Bacon, and she's a vegetarian. So she didn't want to do bacon. So she was doing something with the pig. I don't know. It's really cute though. Um, let's see. Anna said I could get one for my listen, I do need more coffee, but not uh Lisa says, I'm not worried enough about cannibals to get a tattoo. How disappointing in life would that be though? If you did run into cannibals, and you're like, dang it. Oh, I learned about that. I should have gotten a tattoo. That would have been like the worst. That would be so awful. Mindy says, oh, Stacy, that's amazing. What a beautiful bond between you and your brother. And she says, why did we become therapists? We wanted to make a difference, and he did. She said, I would put the best possible meaning on it. Yeah, I mean, I think the therapist was taken back, like just kind of like, oh, like I think he had like a reaction, but is very pro and thinks it's like really fantastic. So that's kind of a really neat story. Lisa says if you run into cannibals, just grab a Sharpie and you can fake it. Yes, and Stacy's saying cannibalism is against the law and that they will go to jail. That is true. That is absolutely true. Anyway, you guys, there is another really amazing article. I don't know if you've heard about this. More than five, and not, well, no, let's see, actually. I'm going to let you decide if you think this is great. More than 500 acres of redwood trees were finally returned to the Northern California tribes that call them home. What does that mean? Does anyone know what that means? I think we have an actual article. More than 500 acres of redwood trees were finally returned to the Northern California tribes that call them home. I don't understand what this is talking about. A group of native tribes in California has regained ownership of more than 500 acres of redwood forested. I see. See how they wrote that? They made it seem like they were sending them lumber. Didn't it? Didn't it sound like that's what it seemed that they're returning the redwood lumber? So, okay, so the forest land that they were forcibly removed from them centuries ago. Save the Redwoods League, a nonprofit, said the property is now owned by the Sinkyone Council, which represents the original stewards of the land. Formerly known as Andalusia West, the forest of Mendocino County will return to its original name, Telec Duh. Done. I don't know how to say it. Oh my gosh. The name translates to fish run place in the Sinkyon language. Renaming the property, oh gosh, Tikya Layden. This is terrible. Lets people know that it's a sacred place. It's a place for our native people, said Krista Ray, a board member of the Skyo Sing, I don't know, council. I've never even heard of that tribe. It lets people know that there was a language and there were people who lived here long before now. I think that's a really nice memory, actually. Like a nice reminder. People should know that. A habit corridor critical to many endangered species and home to towering old growth redwoods. Teclada, okay, I've mispronounced this 400 ways, now adds to about 180,000 acres of protected lands along the Sinkyong coast. This is the second time Save the Redwoods League has entered into a conservation agreement with the Skyon tribes. There you go. There you go. That's pretty amazing, like, so the league bought the land in 2020 for 3.55 million. The conservation program set up the Pacific Gas and Electricity Utility Company, one of the state's largest private landowners. Oh, sorry. The council and league plan to apply a blend of indigenous place-based land guardianship principles, conservation science, climate adaptation, and fire resiliency concepts and approaches to the newly tribal land. That is so great. Anna, this is so cool. They have an opportunity to restore the ecosystem and to restore like culture and the tribes, and that is a really cool, awesome article. Way to go, friend. Mindy said, I suspect Anna picks articles based on how hard they are to pronounce. It's highly entertaining. Mindy says, you're doing great. Here's the thing. Here's what's so funny that you're saying this, Mindy. Yesterday was Sunday, so I went to church. That's not true. I went Saturday night. I went to church, which counts for Sunday. And because I was on this retreat, they needed someone to read the readings. I never lecture, ever lecture, which is what we call it when you like stand up and like read, right? The priest was so sweet. He was so incredible, young priest, and he like was like, "Hey, I need a reader." Somebody raises their hand really quickly. Okay, great. And he goes, "I need one more reader." And my hand, I am not kidding, like rose in the air, like super crazy fast. And I was like I was shocked. Like it wasn't like I thought about it. And even when the other person raised their hand, I was like, maybe I should do it. Like I literally do not remember feeling my arm in the air, putting my arm in the air. Stacy's going to church right now. Bye, friend. It was crazy. So I go to lecture. I was the second reading yesterday. So for those of you who go to Catholic church to mass, I was the second reading. Okay, which is the whole Corinthians. The whole love is patient, love is kind. A lot of people read it at weddings. That's a whole, when I was a child, I acted like a child. There's like it's a beautiful, it's long too. It's way beyond the love is patient. As I'm up there, this is true. There was one word I could not pronounce. I was standing there. And like I didn't get to read it before because it was such a last minute, like who wants to read? And I'm like, da, da, da. And so I was just like, there was one word. As I'm reading, I can tell this word is coming. This word is coming. And this was negative thought, right? Because I am like so fixated on this, that not only was I going to mispronounce it, but I was going to butcher it. I was going to do it like very profoundly. I mean, like it was just so obvious that I had no idea how to say this word. And then it hit me. This is why I don't lecture. I was like, that's the reason. I have no problem speaking in public. I have no problem with microphones or being on a stage or like stage fright. I hate that I mispronounce so many words. And I do it here all the time, every single morning. So let me ask you guys, go to backchannel.tv. I want you to go to backchannel.tv. I want you to go to your devices. I want you to talk to your Echo shows. I mean, we're coming to the end. You know, we got like a few minutes left. I want you to go to YouTube and to Facebook. And I want to know, what do you do when you get to a word that you can't pronounce? I'm going to give you choices. Do you A, skip it? Like if you're reading, okay? Do you skip it and just don't say it at all and act like it's not there? And what, you know what? It doesn't have to be if you're reading. That's not true. Anything that you have memorized, right? Like you can mispronounce things constantly. You don't have to read. Do you skip it? Do you try? Like, do you give it an attempt? Okay, so A is skip, B is try, C is, what would C be? Can you just have A and B? I think that's it. I think you either skip or you try. I think you only have 2 choices. What would you do, guys? Would you A, skip, B, try? If you have words that you can't pronounce and you're either speaking or you're reading, you know, would you A, skip, B, try? So the thing is that if you try and you mess up and you sound horrible, like I just did reading that entire article, doesn't matter. Does that matter? I mean, I can make an argument that no, maybe it is better. I do skip people's names, like, when I'm reading, if I can't pronounce their name, because I have a thing about you should really, you know, like, pronounce someone's name. Your name is your identity almost, you know, like, you've had this name since the womb for a lot of people. So, it's really important to me to say names really clearly or correctly, you know? So, Doug is saying B, Lisa's saying B. They're saying that they would try. They would try. Anna, what would you do? And you did nothing wrong. I know. She's like, I'm sorry I picked the wrong articles. You did fantastic. Let's see. Anna says, dun, 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 I black out when I lecture. She goes, I don't remember what happened and somehow mispronounce things. It almost annoys me when people are so, like, are much more confident at church and so wrong. So you mean like if people are like standing up there with authority and then they're mispronouncing their, like, instead of Corinthians, they're like Corinthians, and they're just saying it like they know it. You know what I mean? Like Corinthians. I don't know. Such a terrible example, you guys. Such a terrible example. So here is something that I wanted to ask everybody. I have these new cards. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I brought these cards and I wanted to ask one of these questions. Okay. Well, we'll see. I wanted to ask a few of them. I'm going to ask this one right here. Lisa says, that's right. Own it. Okay. She says, get up there and have confidence and do it. All right. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I'll just keep acting like I know. I'll just keep acting like I know what the heck I'm saying. Mindy, this is not, oh, Anna, okay, wait, hold on. Maybe I always start at the top and then I miss your comments. Oh, Anna says, it makes you relatable. I think you worry about it, but it's a total bonus. I will try to pronounce, not skip. Oh, thank you, friend. Anna, you're doing a great job too. This is not a criticism in any way. I don't take it as a criticism. By the way, I'm going to take a picture because this hasn't happened in a long time. We received 100 messages today on Restream, on the Restream chat. I don't know what that means. I don't know where that means. So that's exciting. Way to go, everybody. Here is the question that I want to ask, first of all, because I'm interested to know what you guys have to say. It's a would you rather question. I love would you rather. Would you rather receive $5,000 and keep it for yourself, like for you, $5,000 for you, or receive $100,000 to donate to a charity? Which would you rather? $5,000 that you get to keep or $100,000 that you donate to a charity? So you can write keep, you can write charity. I don't know. You can write 5,000, you can write 100,000. What would you do? Lisa says 100,000 to give. I knew Mindy was going to say that too. Mindy says 100,000 for sure. I like the confidence, ladies. I like when you speak with authority. See, you're right. Lisa's right. Speak with authority and you're going to be just fine. Yeah, donate it. Did I say something else? Oh, no, I knew what you meant. Okay, good. I'd have to say, Anna, what would you do? I absolutely would do 100,000. Now, here's the next question for those of you who want to keep playing this game. Who would you give it to? If you could give $100,000 to any charity at all, domestic, it's not domestic, international, what would you do? Who would you give that money to? Think about it. You have $100,000. Who would you give it to? I feel like, oh, geez. Here's the thing. It's not that there isn't a charity I can think of. It's that there's like so many charities I can think of. I wouldn't know what to do. Can you guys hear me? My little red light was beeping. Can you still hear me, everybody? Would y'all let me know if I'm having a technical problem or if things are okay? I wish I could see y'all and do a thumbs up. Okay, we can hear you. Thank you, Sheila. All right, Mindy would donate to Street Side Showers. It's hygiene and dignity for people in housing transition. That's beautiful. I actually have a friend in Houston, Texas. Is it called Living Waters or something water? Giving Waters. I'm gonna have to feature her on the show. And it's the exact same concept where they go and provide showers and toilets and all this kind of stuff. Like they're like in trailers kind of a thing. Kind of like how famous people have these trailers, for movie sets. It seems like that. Claire, good morning out in Texas. Hi. Thank you for listening. So glad you're here. You can join the conversation by going to backchannel.tv. You can type there. We're talking about a would you rather question. Would you rather receive $5,000 to keep for yourself or $100,000 to give to a charity? And then I asked, which charity? Which would you give to? So let's read what other people are saying. We have Street Side Showers. Doug is saying the American Heart Association. Lisa's saying Feeding America. If people don't have food, what other charity matters? Okay, good. Okay, everybody's saying yes, we can hear you. Sheila says I would split it up and do 3 year to 4. I would do 3. I see. I would do 3 to 4 different charities. I see. You'd split up the money. Like, what is that? Like, is that 33,000? I don't know. 30,000? I can't do math. You guys, just stop. You all know I don't know this. Okay, but you would split it up. I understand. Thank you for translating. Yeah, except I absolutely butchered that, Sheila. I did terrible. If I could give, oh, geez. Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, people who have food insecurity, that is a major thing, 100%. But there's something about kids on my heart right now that I'm just kind of feeling, and I don't know if it would be like in foster situations, if it would be kids that are like in orphanages, if it would be like, I don't know. There's something about kids right here. I don't know what it is. I gotta. Maybe I need to dig into that, figure out what charity would my heart want to give to $100,000. I think that's a really great question. Wait, I gotta see if Anna answered. Bum bum bum. Okay. Oh, she says, okay. All right. Sorry. She didn't give hers. Okay. This one is interesting. And you can answer this right now because actually you can all answer this right now. It's another would you rather. I didn't plan on asking you only would you rathers, but I just found these cards in my bag and I felt like that's kind of a nice little thing. Would you rather have to get up every morning at 4 a.m. or have to go to bed every night at 8 p.m.? That's a good one. Would you rather have to get up every morning at 4 a.m. or go to bed every night at 8 p.m.? Which would you rather do? Any preferences? Lisa says bed at 8 p.m. Lisa says kids need to eat too. No, they do. They need to eat 100%. They do. Doug says go to bed at 8 p.m. You would rather do that. That's fascinating. I don't Mindy says go to bed early. You guys would all rather go to bed at 8 o'clock every single night instead of 4 a.m. waking up? I don't know. I think I'd have to go with the 4 a.m. I think there's someone keeps knocking at my door and I'm gonna just keep going. Mindy wants all the sleep. I get it. I get it. No, I think the thing is that with 8 p.m. though, like then the day's like you're done at 8. So much happens after 8. Sheila says if we're getting up at 4 a.m., then we're probably going to go to bed at 8 p.m. I know, Lisa, housekeeping, but I put my little tag on the outside of the door. What's your technical difficulty doing a live show from your hotel room? Sorry, everybody. I'm like so scared. Um, okay, Doug says, to be honest, I usually go to bed at 8. Yeah, but this is for the rest of your life? I don't know. I don't want to miss anything, especially at night. I love night. I don't know why. That's so funny. Okay, I'm going to give you guys one more, trying to get you all good for your Monday. All right, are we ready? Last question. Last question. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this one is definitely for the ladies, but it could be for the men as well. This is an interesting one. I know. Everyone, do you want me to go see who's outside? I don't know what to do. Do you put toilet paper on the seat in public restrooms? Good way to stop our Monday. This is the last question. Mindy, what if it's a bouquet of flowers or a breakfast tray? Well, wouldn't they just leave it out there if it is? I don't know. Although I kind of want you all here because you're not supposed to open a door to strangers. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do you put toilet paper on public restroom seats? I have to say, growing up, my mom always did that for me. Like, she always made sure. I've never done that since I became an adult. It's like, I don't know. I never have, like, ever, ever, ever. And maybe the last question of the day should be who's outside the door? And I keep hearing like a plastic bag. I hope, are they trying to get trash? I don't know. You guys say a prayer. Yeah. Mindy says that depends. Depends on the public thing. See, I don't think any of the guys are going to answer because they're like, that's not a thing for us. We don't have to worry about it. As women, we do. What if it's the something team? I don't know what that means. Read something that is not really helpful. Y'all are so cute. Well, listen, our time is up anyway. I'm going to have to close out the show. I don't want you to go anywhere though, because today we have who is coming up next, 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern. Get on up with Jam and Renee. 12 to 2 is the Anthony Davis Show. 2 to 4, your pal Hal. 4 to 6, The Drive with Mario Smith. So, you guys, did I say Jam and Renee? Did I say it right? Okay, Doug, did I say it wrong? Make sure to stay. They are lovely. Don't go anywhere. They're coming up next. I will be here tomorrow, one more day at Epcot, one more day at Disney. I'll be here 8 a.m. Eastern in the morning. Until then, you guys, don't forget to live every day. Mwah! I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, you guys. Have a great Monday. Bye.